Sound and the ear. Sound. So something must vibrate for sound to travel. Sound needs a medium, so it needs a solid, a liquid or a gas to pass on the vibrations. Sound can't be heard in a vacuum because there's no air particles to carry the vibrations. Sound carries energy. Sound waves make your eardrum vibrate, and the ear converts sound energy into electrical energy. So here is a picture of, or a diagram of the ear. So there's many different names for different parts. This one you'll probably most often hear it called the pinna, and that's the outer ear. You then got the ear canal, so they form the external ear. And then the middle ear, you've got the tympanic membrane, which is most commonly known as the eardrum. And then you've got small bones. You've got malleus, incus, and stapes. I think collectively they're known as the ossicles. But anyway, they're in the middle ear. And then in the inner ear, you've got the semicircular canals, which are for balance. This is the auditory nerve. Then you've got the fluid-filled cochlea. And then you've got a tube that connects to the nose and throat called the eustachian tube. Just to go through that again, and we'll go through the most common names that you hear for the parts. So, the eardrum is this membrane here. Got the malleus, the incus, and the stapes. The semicircular or balance canals. The auditory nerve, which connects to the brain. Cochlea. The eustachian tube, which connects to the nose. The outer ear is the pinna, and then you've got the ear canal. So for sound to reach the ear, what happens is the object vibrates. So for instance, if you hit a ruler, the object vibrates, which causes the air to vibrate. And then when it reaches the eardrum vibrates. Then the ear bones vibrate. And then the hairs in the cochlea vibrate, sending messages to the brain. So these are not in order at the moment. So to put them in order, you would first of all say vibration from the source of the sound produces sound waves. The sound waves are collected by the outer ear or pinna. The waves travel along the ear canal. The waves make the eardrum vibrate. The small bones or ossicles amplify the vibrations and make the oval window vibrate. The fluid in the inner ear passes the vibrations to the cochlea. The cochlea turns the vibrations into electrical signals, and then the auditory nerve takes the signals to the brain. Okay, just a few definitions now. So the anvil passes vibrations to the hammer, so that's the other word for malleus and incus. The cochlea is in the inner ear and it is lined with cilia, which are tiny hairs that vibrate and cause nerve impulses to form. The eardrum is a membrane which vibrates when the sound waves reach it. The eustachian tube connects the middle ear to the back of the nose to equalise pressure. The hammer, also known as the malleus, is a tiny bone which passes vibrations to the eardrum. There's nerves which carry signals from the inner ear to the brain. The ear canal is a tube where sound travels to the eardrum. The pinna is the outer ear which collects the sound and directs it to the outer ear. Semicircular canals are loops of fluid-filled tubes attached to the cochlea which help to maintain balance. The stirrup, which is also known as the stapes, is a tiny bone which passes vibrations to the cochlea, and it's actually the smallest bone in the human body, and it's about 0.25 to 0.23 centimetres long. And we all have slightly different hearing ranges, but almost 1 in 5 people suffer some sort of hearing loss, and it deteriorates with age. So a baby will have a wider range than an older person. You can either have temporary hearing loss, which could be caused by ear infections and colds, and the hearing will recover, or there's permanent hearing loss and deafness, which can be present at birth or occur if the ear is damaged or diseased. And loud noises cause nerve damage or cochlear damage and can damage the cilia, and that's why musicians or people that work with machinery use earmuffs and ear protection. Okay, so that is sound and the ear.